A new academic year should not only begin with new books, bag, and stationery items. It should begin with direction because students rarely lose an academic year all at once. They lose it slowly and gradually. It's more look like one postponed assignment, one late night doom scrolling, one ignored subject, one disliked teacher, one broken routine becomes 1 week, and 1 week becomes 1 month, and then 1 month becomes 1 term. And suddenly, the same student who started the year with excitement starts saying, I don't know what happened, I lost control. So, today, I want to ask one important question. When school reopens, is the student really ready? Not just with a uniform, books, fees paid, and a timetable written. Is the student emotionally ready, mentally ready, behaviorally ready, ready to manage time, build habits, and observe who they are becoming? So, this is what we are going to talk about today. Welcome to Confused to Career Ready, a podcast where we help students, graduates, and parents move from confusion to clarity, direction, skill, and future readiness. I'm Rufus Paul, career counselor and founder of the Heart. In episode 1, we spoke about one important line. Even the right decision becomes wrong when it is made too late. That episode was today's episode is about starting right. Because a new academic year is not just a school calendar event. It is a life direction opportunity. It is a chance for a student to reset habits, reset routine, reset mindset, reset focus, and reset parent child conversations, and also reset career direction. But most families miss this opportunity. They start the year with pressure, score more marks, don't waste time, don't use the phone, study properly, think about your future. All these things may be true, but pressure alone does not create change. Please understand that. Students need a system. So, the theme of today's episode is simple. Don't just start the academic year, start with the system. Before we talk about what that system looks like, let us step into everyday reality many students experience. Because understanding the problem clearly is the first step towards solving it. Let me describe a student many of us know. At the beginning of the academic year, this student is really excited because the books are new, the bag is ready, the timetable is written neatly, the parents are hopeful, the students also says, this year I will be serious. For the first few days, everything looks fine. The student wakes up early, goes to school, comes back, opens the book, tries to study, but slowly the old habit, the old pattern returns. The phone comes near the study table. One video becomes 10 videos. Homework get pushed to later. Difficult subjects are avoided. Sleep become late. Morning become rushed. The student attends classes, but the mind is tired. And then suddenly midterm tests are coming, the test begin, marks come, parent ask question, teacher give warnings, and parent teacher meeting becomes a hell. Friends seems to be doing better, comparison begins, and inside the student starts feeling something: fear, guilt, shame, confusion, frustration. But instead of saying I'm overwhelmed, the student may say I don't feel like studying. Instead of saying, I'm scared of failing, the student may say the subject is useless, the teacher is not worthy. So instead of saying, I need help, the student may become silent, angry, distracted, or careless. So this is where many parents misunderstand the child. They see behavior, but they miss the burden behind the behavior. They see laziness of the child, but sometimes it is not only laziness, it is anxiety. They see attitude, but sometimes it is shame. They see carelessness, but sometimes it is they see phone addiction, but sometimes the phone has become an escape from pressure or reality. So before we correct the behavior, we must understand the pattern. Because students do not need only advice, They need direction, structure, emotional support, and practical systems. So once we see this pattern, a deeper question emerges: why are so many students failing into the same cycle every year after year? The many students today are not struggling because studies are difficult. They are struggling because life has become noisy. There is academic pressure, career confusion, comparison, phone distraction, fear of failure, pressure to score, pressure to choose the right stream, pressure to build skills, pressure to be future ready. But many students are not taught how to handle all this. They are told to study, but not taught how to study. They are told to manage time, but not taught how to plan a day. They are told to avoid the phone, but not taught how to create screen boundaries. They are told to choose a career, but not taught how to observe their strengths. So this is why a new academic year must begin differently, not with pressure, but with a system. So if pressure is not the answer, what is? Let us move from the problem to a practical framework that students and parents can start using immediately. Let me give you a simple framework. For this academic year, every student needs five things: clarity, control, consistency, confidence, career observation. Let's look at each one. Number one is clarity. Know what this year is for. Most students begin the year with one vague goal: I should study well. But that is not clear enough. What does study well means? Does it mean improving in maths? Does it mean writing better answers? Does it mean asking doubts in class? Does it mean reducing phone usage? Does it mean preparing for 10th or 12th board exams? Or does it mean exploring career options? A vague goal creates vague action. So your child needs clarity. A student needs clarity. At the beginning of the academic year, every student should write three clear goals: one academic goal, one habit goal, one skill goal. For example, my academic goal is to improve science. My habit goal is to revise daily for 30 minutes. My skill goal is to improve my speaking confidence. Now the year has direction. Without clarity, the student only reacts to pressure. With clarity, the student starts moving with purpose. Parents, this is really, really important. Do not ask your child, how much will you score? Ask, what do you want to improve this year? Which subject needs more attention? What problem caused, what habit caused problems last year? What skill do you want to build this year? These questions move the child from fear to reflection. Second one is control. Manage the environment before managing motivation. Many students wait for motivation. They say, from tomorrow I will study, daddy. But tomorrow comes and the same distractions are waiting. The phone is there, bed is there, noise is there, the notifications are there, all routine is there. So the student fails again and feels guilty again. The problem is not always motivation, the problem is always the environment. If the phone is on the study table, focus will be really difficult. If the student studies on the bed, sleepiness will come. If there is no fixed study time, procrastination will increase. If everything is left to move, how I feel I will do that time. No, consistency will fail. So the second part is of the system is control. Control the environment. Keep the phone outside during the study time. Fix one study place. Keeps the book ready. Use a simple study timer. Remove unnecessary notifications. So do not depend only on willpower. design the environment. James Clear in Atomic Habits, he explains the behavior changes when the environment changes. For students, this is very practical. If you want better focus, make distraction difficult. If you want daily revision, make the book visible. If you want less phone use, keep the phone away from study time. Small environmental changes can create big academic changes. Third one is consistency. Build small daily habits. A strong academic year is not built during exam week. It is built in daily routine. Many students study only when the exam is near. That creates fear, pressure, last minute memorizing. But consistent students do not wait for panic. They build slowly, gradually. The goal is not to study 5 hours daily. The goal is to become regular. Start with small habits. 25 minutes of focused study, 10 minutes of daily revision, 5 minutes of planning tomorrow, one out asked in class, one page of reading. Small action repeated daily create identity. The student slowly stops saying, I'm trying to study. The student starts becoming, I'm a consistent learner. This is important. Career readiness is not built by one big motivation, it is built by repeated small behaviors. Your future is not shaped only by your dreams. Your future is shaped by what you repeat, and repeat. Fourth one is confidence. Protect the student's mind. This part is very important. A student cannot perform well when the mind is always under fear. Some students are not weak in studies, they are weak in confidence. They are afraid to ask doubts, afraid of being laughed at, afraid of being disappointing parents, afraid of choosing wrong. When fear becomes too heavy, students avoid. They avoid the subject, they avoid the teacher, the book, the conversation, and also they avoid thinking about the future. So, parents and teachers must watch not only marks but also the mental state of the student. If a student is suddenly silent, irritated, withdrawn, constantly tired, sleeping badly, eating differently, avoiding school, or losing interest, please do not dismiss it quickly. Do not say this is drama. Do not say you are just lazy. Do not say in our days we suffered more. No. First, listen to them. Ask calmly. What is feeling difficult right now? What is one thing you are worried about? Where do you need help? What is making you to avoid this subject? Sometimes one calm conversation can prevent months of pressure. Confidence grows when students feel seen, heard, and guided. So, this in a book, The Habits of Seven Highly Effective Teens, speaker he speaks about responsibility, priorities, and self leadership. But self leadership grows better when the student are not crushed by shame. Correct the child, but do not crush the child. Guide the child, but do not compare the child. Challenge the child, but do not break the child. A shamed student hides mistakes, and that is the difference. Fifth, career observation. Use this year to understand yourself. Now, let us connect this to career readiness. Many students wait until 10th, 12th, or graduation to think about careers, but career clarity begins much earlier. Not by forcing a child to choose one job title, but helping the student to observe themselves. This academic year, students should not only study subjects, they should study themselves. Which subject gives me energy? Which topic makes me curious? Which activity do I enjoy? Do I like speaking, writing, solving, designing, organizing, helping, leading, building, or researching? What do my teachers appreciate in me? What do my friends come to me for? What kind of problems do I like solving? My dear parents and students, these are career clues. For example, a student who enjoys explaining may have potential in teaching, training, counseling, communication, or leadership. A student who enjoy numbers may explore finance, analytics, economics, business, or data. A student who enjoys design may explore architecture, visual communication, UI, UX, product design, or media. So, this does not mean the student must decide immediately. It means the student must observe wisely. Subjects are not just for marks, subjects are mirrors. They show how a student think, work, struggles, enjoys, and grow. Now that we have explored the framework, you may be wondering whether this idea truly make a difference in real life. Let me share what I have consistently observed through career counseling. In career counseling, I often meet students after the confusion, which has already become too heavy. Some come after 10th under pressure to choose a stream, some after 12th confused about courses and colleges, some even comes after graduation carrying a degree but not enough. The pattern is often the same. They did not lack potential, they lacked a system. They did not lack dreams, they lacked direction. They did not lack intelligence, they lacked consistent habits and exposure. This is why I keep saying career readiness is not a one day decision, it is a growing process. And the new academic year is one of the best times to begin the process. Parents, academic year do not only start with instructions. Please don't instruct your child, start with a conversation. In very well, ask what was difficult for you last year? What do you want to do differently this year? What subject do you want support in? What kind of help do you need from us? And when your child answers, please listen first. Advice come later. Correction can come later, but listening should come first. Your child does not need panic. Your child needs a process. Your child needs clarity. Your child needs structure. Student and parents this year, do not wait until exams to become serious. Do not wait until marks come to feel worried. Start now. Start small. Do not wait until confusions become crisis. Start now. Fix your sleep. Reduce phone distractions. Revise daily. Ask doubts. Build one skill. Talk when you're stressed. You don't need to be perfect in 1 week, but you must stop drifting. Because every academic year is not just about passing exams and going to the next grade. It is about becoming stronger version of yourself. Before we close, let me leave you with one simple exercise that can help turn today's idea into action. Here is what. Take one notebook page and write this title, My Academic Year Reset. Then write 5 headings. Number 1, my academic goal. 2, my habit goal. Third, my time goal. 4, my emotional goal. 5, my career observation goal. So review it every Sunday, improve it slowly. This is how change begins. Not with last minute pressure, but with clarity, control, consistency, confidence, and career observation. As we reflect on everything we have discussed today, let us return to the bigger picture behind the new academic year. A new academic year is like a fresh notebook. The student must write differently. The parent must support differently. The home routine must be designed differently. The habits become stronger. So this year, do not only ask, how can I score more? Ask better questions. How can I grow better? How can I manage time better? How can I handle stress better? Because students need direction, discipline, and emotional strength, self awareness, and career readiness. A new academic year should not begin with pressure alone, it should begin with a system. Start with clarity, control your environment, build consistency, protect confidence, and observe your career clues. Don't just start with school. So, this is Rufus Paul, and this is Confused to Career Ready. In the next episode, we will talk about an important question that every student must ask.